And we turn now to our new series looking at the clean beauty.
We're going to turn now to a new trend in cosmetics, clean beauty, which
is number 168 chemicals on your face and your body before you even walk out of the door. How's that possible? Men put on an average of 85 chemicals. Now, that's according to the Environmental Working Group study.
Chemicals, including lead, phthalates, and formaldehyde. Chemicals experts say are putting consumers' health at risk. But now.
Hello everyone, my name is Mo. I'm a pharmacist. I'm currently majoring for my master's degree in safety assessment of xenobiotic and toxicology. So in this video, I want to tap on a widespread issue in the skincare world, especially here on YouTube, which is clean beauty. I did a lot of research. It took me about 3 to 4 days. I have all my paper here and my laptop as well. Searched a lot of articles and studies and paper and scientific papers as well to reach the final point on clean beauty. Is it something that really correct and we should follow, or is it just a marketing gimmick? So please, before I start this video, if you find it useful or enjoyable, share it with someone, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This will help a lot and keep me motivated to produce content like this. So I'm making this video because I noticed a lot of term clean beauty are emerging on YouTube, and other terms that are being used by skin influencers and celebrities that have skincare lines. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please check my latest video. I will put a card up here, me reacting to the claims that the actress Gwyneth Paltrow said in her video with Vogue, talking about her morning skincare routine. And I was actually shocked to see a channel like Hyram Skincare, which is followed by millions, did a video with Jessica Alba, the actress. She has a skincare line called Honest, I believe, and she said a few terms that is in the realm of clean beauty and the fear-mongering technique that is being used. She said something about synthetic ingredients, and
like vegan is a thing. It's a thing if you are using good quality ingredients, but just using a bunch of synthetic chemicals that are cheap to source is not necessarily going to make your skin health better.
Those terms can have a negative effect on a lot of people that has very little or basic knowledge about chemistry and cosmetic formulation and pharmaceutical industries. Just to be clear, I'm not going into details about the two examples that I mentioned before. One of the example I made a video on because the claims were catastrophic, to be honest. And the other example I will not touch. I'm not here to spread negativity or shade someone or bash someone. I'm here just to educate people and tell them and enlighten them about this movement, clean beauty, if it is something correct that we should follow, or it's just a marketing gimmick. And please, before jumping on the main core of this video, let's agree on two things. The first one is that science is not a still thing. It keep evolving. It's not stable. What is safe today might not be safe tomorrow, and vice versa. That is the beauty of science, that it keeps evolving and growing. Concept keep changing. There is nothing stable with science. And point number two is that please do your own research. Don't just listen to one video on YouTube or any other social media platform and build your opinion on that video. Even my video, watch it and think about it and do your own research. I'm telling you this because I'm seeing a lot of cult behavior that is happening on the skincare world, and a lot of bullying that is happening as well, because of this extreme outlet or extreme opinion on skincare that is being made by a huge skincare influencer here and there. Please do your own research. I talked about this issue in details in a video. I will link it here. It's called The Issue of Skincare World on YouTube. Please check it out to understand my opinion on this problem. So what is clean beauty? Let's jump back in time a little bit to understand the history and how this term evolved. In 1970, the term clean was used for the first time by Cover magazine to describe a clean makeup, which meant back then a no makeup look. So a little bit of makeup to retouch every flaw in the face and don't give the impression that there is a lot of makeup. Then in 2000s, the British brand Ren, which means in Swedish clean, came up with the first free from harmful ingredients skincare line, which the founder of this company made this skincare line specifically to his wife because she was dealing with a lot of allergic reaction to conventional cosmetic lines. So the phrase clean from harmful ingredients, which the company Ren endorsed at first, in a way set the movement and direction of the clean beauty industries from that time forward. Since then, the movement kept evolving and expanding, and a lot of companies start endorsing this movement and changing the core of it. And unfortunately, the companies enjoyed this term and enjoyed how the term had an impact on consumer because there is no regulatory definition of what clean beauty is or what clean cosmetics is. All of that was playing on terms. To understand what clean beauty is doesn't mean it's free from chemical. That term is reserved to another term called all natural, which means free from chemical, which we all know that is not correct. So the companies enjoyed that there is a void in the regulatory law and start playing on terms. So clean beauty has no regulatory definition, so let's play on it and change on it because clean beauty has an impact on consumer, giving them the impression it's safer. We all know that the interest in ourselves that we want everything to be safe because we all want to preserve our life, preserve our safety and health. So the companies found this void in this law and tried to manipulate consumers on it. Then we reached the point where the EWG was created, which means the environmental working group that push other companies to stay away from specific chemicals that are toxic again for the consumer and give them this stamp of approval that this product is safe to use, is non-toxic. And the company kept helping and raising in a way this clean beauty movement and came with another term called safe cosmetics. And let's say again, safe cosmetics doesn't mean it is better than regular cosmetics, but this again to mention this idea of lack of definition from the regulatory law made or helped these companies and organization and gave them the free space to enjoy manipulating the terms. And every detail and every source I relied on for doing this video and did my research on will be in the description below with all the links that you need. This subject is so diverse, so wide and so complicated, so if you want to dig deeper, please be my guest, and all the links will be down there because there is a lot of very scientific and boring details, and this channel is and this channel goals actually is to be more simple, approachable for everyone. So one of the articles that I read about the clean beauty movement and safe cosmetic was done by the Washington Post. In this specific article, there is a statement by the EWG Senior Vice President Scott Faber, and he stated the following, and I quote, I will read it off my laptop for legal purposes, and the statement stays as follow, and I quote, although many chemicals in cosmetics probably pose a little risk on their own, repeated exposure to some of these chemicals has been associated with serious health problems. From this statement, you can understand that Ms. Scott Faber doesn't have a really background in toxicology and chemistry. Please, I want you to remember this statement for the later in this video. I want to explain why this statement is misinformed and wrong. The movement of these companies that taking clean beauty and pushing it onto the consumer, in my opinion, is dangerous and dependent on fear mongering. So let's now jump into the nitty-gritty stuff of the safe beauty or clean beauty movement. And one of the most demonized and scary ingredients that are pushed away from companies and organizations that defend clean beauty is parabens. Parabens, what are parabens? Parabens are preservatives. Preservatives are an essential compound or part of our products that prevent the growth of fungal and bacterial organism in our product and protect us from infection that could be sometimes life-threatening. Before talking about why parabens are in the center of controversy for clean beauty and safe cosmetic and non-toxic, I want to say that I took specifically parabens because they are the main ingredients that are being demonized by these companies, and also that there is a lot of compounds that these companies and organizations state that they are toxic. I can't speak about all these compounds because it will take months of videos, but I took especially the parabens because it's widely spread misinformation and myths about the usage of parabens in cosmetics. So let's talk about why parabens are in the center of controversy. The first reason that the defender of clean beauty says is that parabens are endocrine disruptor, and the second reason that is toxic. And they say that the EU, the European Union, banned parabens from their cosmetics. And as a student that is majoring in safety assessment of xenobiotic and toxicology, I can say, and studying my major in Italy, Milan, I can say this is a false claim. The EU did not ban parabens. They only banned 5 parabens out of all the parabens that are still used now because they want a safer regulatory laws. These 5 parabens that they are banned by the EU was never used in cosmetics. So let me repeat this again. The 5 parabens that are banned by the EU are not used in cosmetics. They banned them because they need a stricter regulatory laws for the usage of paraben in general, not just for cosmetics. And you can rest assured that the EU, the US, Australia, Japan, and Korea are still using paraben under heavy regulation, and they still depends on studies to prove again and again and again that they are safe in a specific dosage. Like I said, everything in life is toxic, but it depends on the dosage. If you drink too much water, you can get intoxicated and eventually die because there will be an electrolyte disruption when you drink a lot of water. Another example a little bit of wind or breeze in the summer can be very refreshing and a very good thing for us, but a lot of wind like hurricane or storms can be deadly for a lot of human and a lot of cities as well. So that is the concept that we need to understand about cosmetics and chemistry. So let's jump back to parabens. Parabens has been used for more than 70 years, and there is an extended research about how safe they are and how it should be regulated in cosmetics. And they are used everywhere in cosmetics and shockingly in some kind of foods. So if you are afraid from applying parabens on your skin from cosmetics, that the absorption is very limited through the skin, you actually might be eating parabens as well. I'm not saying this because, oh, okay, if I'm eating something toxic, why should I apply it on my skin? I'm saying that they are safe. They exist everywhere. We've been exposed to them for more than 70 years, and the studies about them and how safe they are keep going and stating that okay, they are safe. We don't need to spend more money on a proven thing. And for your information, we can find parabens in frozen dairies and, for example, pickles. So we are exposed to them 24/7, and the fear-mongering about parabens need to be toned down a little bit. So like I mentioned before, I want to talk about the endocrine disruptor features of paraben. As a pharmacist, I can confirm that parabens has an endocrine disruptor effect, but let me explain what endocrine system first, then we can talk about the disruption. So the endocrine system in our body is a very complex system. It depends on hormones as messenger to tell the body how to regulate its physiological needs. For example, the thyroid gland in the neck area of our body release thyroid hormones that regulate the metabolism in our body and how we consume and use energy from food. So this very delicate and complex can be exposed to a very toxic effect from different chemicals. And the term endocrine disruptor for the parabens is true. So if I stopped here, you will be like scared and confused, saying, okay, it's a paraben is endocrine disruptor. But let me explain. Science doesn't work like this. Science says endocrine disruptors like paraben is proven. Like there is an actual evidence that paraben had endocrine disruptor. Like how? Let me explain. Paraben has an estrogen-like effect. So these paraben can interact with the estrogen receptors in our body. So they interact with the receptors of the female hormones. Okay, so if I again stopped here, I will cause a fear mongering. Okay, paraben has an hormone-like effect, so it might cause cancer and stuff like this. But like I said again, science doesn't work that way. So let me say the full phrase, and you can then judge yourself if parabens are safe or not. So like I said, parabens has an estrogen-like effect on our body, but this effect is 10,000 times weaker than phytoestrogen. Okay, I'm getting complicated, but I need to state these terms to make you understand how safe parabens are. So what are phytoestrogen? Phytoestrogen are compounds that also have an estrogen effect. But where do we find these compounds? Actually, we ingest them every day. So yes, it's shocking. We ingest phytoestrogen every day. Phytoestrogen can be found in soybeans, tofu, oats, and a lot of other food that we ingest. So let me rephrase this statement that I mentioned before. So in our life, we are ingesting product from food that is 10,000 times more strong than paraffin as an estrogen-like effect. So I will stop here and let you this phrase sink in, and you process this information. I will repeat it again. The phytoestrogen that we ingest every day from food like soy, tofu, and other stuff like this has an effect that is 10,000 more strong than paraffin as an estrogen-like effect. So you see here how this endocrine disruptor claim was used as a fear-mongering technique. So I want to talk about another hormone in our body, which is estradiol, that is specifically exists in higher concentration in the female human body. Estradiol is 100,000 stronger than the paraffins as an estrogen-like effect. So we are talking about things that are very, very, very weak for doing an endocrine disruptor behavior. So above all of this, so okay, paraffins are 100,000 times weaker than estradiol as a estrogen-like effect. Also, the scientists and cosmetic formulators and regulatory laws put another layer of safety above all of this. The other layer of safety that scientists, regulator, and cosmetic formulation and chemistry scientists put is that there is 100-time safety measure. What does that mean? So you need to apply this product that contain paraffin 100 times more than the recommended use to have this toxic effect, to reach this effect of paraffin being 100,000 times weaker than estradiol. So you need to use this product that contain paraffin 100 times more than the recommended dose to reach the level of being 100,000 times weaker than estradiol. So you see the layers of safety that the regulatory system and laws put on cosmetics to be safe and an effective compound in our cosmetic product. Hey guys, Editing Mo here. And to simplify the information that I mentioned a few seconds ago, I made this graph to show you how much of safety layers the regulatory laws has to put to make sure our products are safe. So you can see yourself in a blue here, and you have to use the product 100 times more than the recommended usage to reach the level that the paraffins are 100,000 times weaker than estradiol. Please stop the screen and understand this concept. After that, the defenders of clean beauty and safe cosmetic and non-toxic cosmetics and products, they pushed scientists to, okay, we need newer, safer preservatives. And the scientists came up with a new preservative, but they were not so safe. For example, the preservative methyl isothiazolinone was pushed by defenders of clean beauty claims, and unfortunately was proven by a lot of studies that this compound or this preservative caused severe and heavy allergic reaction to the skin. So newer preservative doesn't mean better, because we are dealing with compounds like paraffin that has been used for 70 years. We know every in and out of this product and how they work. And with all of that said, I want just to make a clear idea that sometimes companies, and not sometimes, to be honest, most of the time companies care about money because it's a business. So this claim of clean beauty can be a fear-causing term to consumer, and giving them this false hope of being better product or a safer product for their health. So I just want you to be educated and knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. I know these videos might be boring for some people, but I want just to make sure this information is out there for people to ingest and build their own, like I said, build their own opinion on this type of movement like the clean beauty products. After all of this being said, all of the information, like I said again, are in the description below. The links you can go in and for more details and a lot of studies that I used to make this video. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and it would help my channel to reach a larger audience, to be educated and protected from this kind of marketing gimmick for being safer and cleaner and non-toxic. And I will see you next week for another video about skincare. Bye.